Hopefully my stream doesn't cut off randomly 4 minutes in this time, fingers crossed. I definitely spent like the entire 3 days in between these streams testing and retesting every internet connection, Ethernet connection, audio connection, Twitch connection, trying different Twitch software, everything I can. So hopefully you guys won't hear that lovely crackling audio this time around. Hopefully we have that all figured out. I am very excited for this week's stream. There was like a lot to process about last week's chapter, for sure. It was definitely an interesting, an interesting chapter 2, I think. Definitely an experience. But before we go into Wolfbride, while we give folks a couple of minutes to join us, has anybody played Foreign Affairs yet? I can see 6 people joined. I wish it showed me like people as they joined. Like I wish I got a little alert that was like, whoever has joined your stream. And I could be like, hey guys, welcome. Instead I just see this little number down in the bottom. I'm going to say hi in my chat and just make sure that it is working. Hi world. Yeah. So yeah, Foreign Affairs. I am so excited. God, it's like our fandom like arose from the dead today. Playchoice is trending #2 on Tumblr. That is a site we have not seen in months, and I'm so all about it. And there was new art. I'm so happy. I'm so content. And all the love interests are gorgeous. I don't want to put too much pressure on this book because I know we're hanging like a lot of our hopes on Foreign Affairs right now, but might be the savior of our fandom. That's all. I mean, no pressure or anything. But it could definitely be the savior of our fandom. Hi, Anna. Welcome back. We are in the club. I really should start doing this with like, we should make like, oh my God, we need a signature Wolfbride cocktail. There's got to be some wolf-themed cocktail out there that we can have. Hi, Nazaria Saeed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Pixels and Kink. No, I'm going to look up like cheesy wolf-themed cocktail recipes and share them. And we'll just have our own little... oh, hi. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, we'll have our own like cheesy little set of in-jokes that include like cocktails we can make at home and the ridiculous song from Zombies 2 and a few other things. So who here played Foreign Affairs today? And do you love it? There's no other option. You can only love it. I'm just kidding. You can have other opinions on it. Oh, smart. Okay, you haven't even played the chapter yet, waiting for this. Yeah, it's been, I actually had to like filter the Wolfbride tag so that I could avoid spoilers for these because I like playing it blind with you guys. It's just a little bit more fun. Isn't it so good? Yes. I really, like every new love interest he's introduced, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going with Blaine. We're going to do that. And then we meet Tatum and I'm like, oh, no, maybe here. And then... yeah, there's really just like not a bad option so far. Hey, Air, welcome back. Hi, Eliza. Hi, Misha. Did not have time to make a drinking game. No, same. I didn't either. But next week we will do this, right? No, stop. There's a cocktail called the Big Bad Wolf. That's got to be like our signature drink. I'll make a version of it for anyone who doesn't drink and tell you how to do that. But I feel like we need a theme. Vic, hi. I am excited for this week. Ooh, 100% Team Blaine. Oh, because you don't love the childhood friends trope, which is totally fair in your case. Reclusive beekeeper, I love your URL so much. That is fantastic. Wait, Vic, are you writing a Blaine fic? Because that is amazing. This is awesome. Yeah, I felt like I had to put in my post like, this is definitely a Wolfbride stream, but we're probably going to talk about Foreign Affairs at least a little bit because it has been so long since a book had the fandom this excited. And it was great. Like I seriously, it was that like meme of people rising from the dead, like accounts that had been dormant for months, surging back in. The tag woke up. It was a delight. It was a total delight. Oh, you set an alarm and woke up for this? You are the sweetest. That is really awesome. Oh, cool. Okay, well, I'm going to actually cap tonight's stream at an hour for a couple of reasons. One, I just don't want to monopolize you guys too much. And two, it turns out some of the like audio quality, crackling, glitching issues might be related to my CPU. And I did a whole bunch of testing over the last few days, and it looks like I'm good for about an hour and a half, and then things just go to hell. So hopefully if I cut the time a little bit, we won't encounter those problems. Can you guys hear me okay now? Do we have any crackling? Do we have anything like that? Anything I need to adjust? How is everything sounding? Misha, you should absolutely write a Blaine fic. Oh, hey, Flugel. I almost called you Floogie Woogie, but you're not. You're Flugel Woogle. Welcome. Y'all, so Flugel Woogle is another Choices streamer. I stumbled on one of his streams at like 3 a.m. the other night. He has the most soothing voice that I have ever heard. He was playing Save the Date, which I think is a book that kind of stressed some people out, but it was like ASMR, like I could fall asleep. Okay, that doesn't sound like a compliment to say I could fall asleep to your stream, but I mean it in like the best way. It was like the most soothing stream that I have ever watched. So I highly recommend giving his page a follow. Oh, good. I'm glad that the quality is awesome. Well, while it is holding steady, I'll go ahead and just do a quick refresh of the rules. I'm going to do this every week. Apologies for the folks who keep hearing them, but I know we have a couple of new faces. So rule number 1, this stream, like my blog and the book, is 18 plus. So if you are a minor, I'm very sorry, but this is not the stream for you. I do not want to add red wolf porn to minors to my resume tonight. That is not a life goal that I have. So 18 plus. That said, as I say each week, Twitch does have some guidelines about being explicit, so let's keep the chat what I'm calling a gentle rated R. We'll kind of sort out what that means together, but we'll keep it on the slightly less explicit side on the chat. What else? Of course, standard rule of be kind, don't be a jerk in the chat. I'm going to add one additional sort of like caveat to that. We haven't had any issues with this. I'm just saying it preemptively. If you've ever been in a Discord that I've hosted, I have a rule about not talking about anyone who's not currently in the chat. And I'm going to implement that, and I'm actually going to expand it to include the author of Wolf Bride. I'm just not comfortable using my platform to target any individuals, whether they're like a public or a private figure. So let's just like keep our focus on the book and not on people. Again, we've had 0 issues with this. I'm just sort of thinking ahead a little bit. What else? I feel like there's one more. But I don't remember what it is. So you know what, if it comes to me, we'll add it in. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so there was just like a lot to process from last week's chapter of Wolf Bride. I was really not anticipating the whole they live in caves twist. And I feel like I had to recalibrate my entire perception of this book because it feels like more nature Neanderthal-y than standard werewolf tropey, and I'm still figuring out exactly how to feel about that. That said, I really like giving books a fair shot. I really want to like this one because we need more good books in this fandom. And that involves, so I heard it's best if you can have like an actual valid love triangle. So we've got to redeem Bastion a bit this week. Otherwise, it's going to be lopsided. We'll miss out on some of the fun tension. To do that, we're going to rehab him a touch. So between last stream and now, I did a couple of things. I replayed and I renamed him Sebastian because the name Bastion was throwing me off. And I also changed his sprite. So I changed his sprite to one whose eyes actually smile, since the chat pointed out last week he did kind of have serial killer smile. I'm going to mourn the loss of our previous Bastion's neutral face, but I think this will be worth it. If y'all hate the new one, we can switch back next week. I'll just play Wolf Bride more times than any human on the face of the planet. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, I've heard pretty decent things about this week's chapter. You still like the Cave Hotel theme. Yeah, Sebastian is so much better. Vic, I know, playing it a third time would be above and beyond, but you know what? I would do it for y'all if you really miss the old sprite. So that said, a little bit of a casting change. If you see a new Bastion, just ride with it. I'm going to try to give him a clean slate and low-key pretend he did not kidnap us in a white van last week. Okay, but also, before we start, our uncle, who we've been calling Zunkel because his name is Zane, so Zunkel remains so suspicious to me. Like, the more I think about it, I am convinced he is at least like a minor villain in this series, because like they so clearly thought that she knew what was going on, and how would they know that she was at the bar in order to kidnap her? The uncle must have tipped them off. So he clearly set an expectation that she was prepared and told them where to find her, knowing that he had not prepared her, even though she had asked. And I feel like he wanted the bonding to fail for some reason. I don't know why, but Uncle is sus, and not just because his couch is filthy and he has bad drapes. Zunkel is totally sus. Okay, I mean, it's also kind of Zunkel because of Zaddy, but yeah. Wow, this did so well with the Moraine crowd 3 times in 1 week. Yeah, they're going to be tracking my cat like she really loves Wolf Bride. So it will definitely be interesting. If the werewolves are Neanderthals, does that make vampires Denisovans? I don't even know what that is, but I'm excited. Maybe it does. Who could say? All right, let me switch our view. Oh, it's gonna show y'all my lock screen. Oh, my that. Nothing to see here. Hang on. We're going over here. I should really do all that before I go live. Let's try this one more time. There we go. Okay. Without further ado, Chapter 3, Wolf Bride. I still think he's a pretty man. He's a very pretty man. Oh, god damn it. Is our little chat not showing up again? All right, hang on. Talk amongst yourselves. I figured out last time how to fix this, so I can do it significantly faster this time. I could have been doing this the whole time I was chatting at y'all. But you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to actually make it pretty the first time out the gate, too. It's going to be good. 2 seconds. In the meantime, y'all should continue discussing foreign affairs because I continue to just be completely in love with that book. And I highly recommend it. I also want to know who's romancing who. I cannot wait. Okay, so if once I do just a few more streams, I should qualify for affiliate and I will be able to actually give, do polls. And we're going to just live without a border this time. It's so frustrating because I make this pretty every time before I sign in, and then the software is like, you want it to be attractive? No. But we'll live without a border. At least the aesthetic matches. Oh, these are the drink ingredients. Bourbon, cardamom syrup, lemon juice, and amaretto. Yeah, we could definitely do that. That sounds really, really good. Ren, hi, welcome. All right. Done with technical issues. Now, without further ado, Wolf Bride. Transformation, Chapter 3. What a name. Sebastian. I already like this name much better. Tell me in the chat if you think the name is okay, the name change. Sebastian, Calum, and Jet loom over you, having just changed before your eyes into terrifying wolfman creatures. Grr. Ah! Oh my god, if I have to spend this whole stream just making like animal sounds and weird little gasps, I'm going to die. Morgan stands between you and them, her pistol in both hands pointed at the ground. Girl, don't be pointing it at the ground. Point it at them, firmly at them. Celine is not your property. You tell them, Morgan. The men, definitely not human, but not entirely animal either, growl and snap at Morgan, their golden eyes following her every move. Oh, come on. I need some, human dialogue from these. I really am going to spend this whole stream just reading her from our long neck to Jet. I should. Okay, get ready to vote in the chat. Option 1, fight the werewolves. Option 2, escape with Morgan. Option 3, show no fear. What are we feeling? We're liking fight the werewolves. Her MP3. Throwing hands. I mean, our girl is from Philly, and so far that is her modus operandi, is definitely fighting. I'm seeing a lot of ones, but some escaping with Morgans, too. I see a couple of show no fears. All right, I think I'm seeing mostly ones, and our girl is feisty, so we're going to fight some werewolves here. Leave her alone. You rush to Morgan's side, but she puts out her arm to stop you. Stay back. Love me a protective girl. Everything happens in a blur of teeth and claws. The creature that had been Jet knocks you aside in his frenzy to get to Morgan. Sir, you better back off. You and your weird long neck. Grr. No. Morgan rolls away from Jet's snapping jaws. She's holding her own against the huge monster, staying just out of reach with surprising grace. But the werewolves work as a team, surrounding her, and a gunshot explodes in the air. Frankly, I would have shot a little earlier. I think if you're 3-on-1 against supernatural wolf creatures, firing first is completely valid. They're definitely trying to, re-kidnap MC. A blur of teeth and claws by George R.R. Martin. That's amazing. Yeah, Jet knocked MC aside. He is not behaving nicely. Hi again, by the way, seriously, Osiris. He is not behaving nicely to his alpha's mate person. We're assuming alpha. I mean, I think it's pretty clear. He needs to check himself. You didn't. Oh, really? You didn't get a shot in your playthrough? Wait, did you fight in your playthrough? So if you pick the second one that's like escape and nothing happens, Morgan's just like, well, they won't hurt you because they think you're one of them. So she just leaves. Interesting. She leaves us with them. Okay. Okay. Oh, hi. Welcome. Joining for the first time. What the heckity heck is a wolf bride? You will find out. You will totally find out. Welcome. Welcome. Join us. Pick Show No Fear. Oh, I'm curious what happens if you pick that one. I'm guessing it goes over okay. It's not the full moon yet, Sebastian. Don't think I won't do it. Oh, okay, they're not fully powered up. Oh, Sebastian backs down. Interesting. Okay. Morgan has her pistol aimed at the sky. At the sky, girl, you are... Okay, I mean, I appreciate the restraint. You know, violence is not the answer. But, again, she is fighting 3 massive supernatural creatures. So I would have called it fair. But then again, I'm a Texan, so... The werewolves jump back, startled. Morgan lowers her aim squarely at Sebastian's chest. Okay, I kind of like that. Violence is sometimes the answer. I mean, in an attempted kidnapping situation, violence is occasionally the answer. That is just super true. This is very hot of Morgan, I agree. There's a rustle in the dark forest. More of the wolf-like creatures melt out of the trees surrounding you. You hear Morgan's sharp inhale, outnumbered and outgunned. Well, not literally. She actually is the only one with a gun, but that's okay. She takes a step away. Morgan, I'll come back for you, Celine. I promise. They won't hurt you. They never harmed those they've claimed as their own. Morgan retreats back towards civilization, leaving you alone with a pack of wolves? I mean, okay, but if they never hurt one of their own, our girl could probably just walk out of there. I mean, I guess we're not putting up a fight because we don't want them to hurt Morgan, who is not one of their own. So maybe this is our looking out for our girl. So I'll come back for you, the romance. I know. Outplanned. Wait, are you singing Hamilton lyrics? Because I love it. I love it. Okay. With Morgan gone, you sense the fight draining out of Sebastian and the others. Softly, he pads towards you, changing as he does. I want to know how they're going to handle the whole clothing question here. Like, is he going to be dressed or not on this next screen? Does he, like, Hulk out and tear his pants? Or did he, like, tuck them behind a tree? We'll see. We'll find out. Naked times? I mean, it might be. We'll know soon. We'll know very soon. Celine, do not be afraid. Oh, so this is our new Sebastian. This is the new sprite that we're trying out. This one does smile with his eyes. For anyone who missed it earlier, that's why we made the change. A little bit less serial killer when he grins, so y'all will have to tell me your thoughts. I know, Weak Sauce, he somehow has a vest and an accessory back on. He's a very quick dresser, I guess. I mean, technically it's a Jewish streamlight, but I agree. You back away as he approaches, putting your hands up. Celine, yeah, you can just stay right over there, way over there. Okay, I like that. I like that attitude. Sebastian stops short. Okay, he has some concept of consent, I guess. Behind him, you see Callum? Yeah, Jet and the others shifting back into the people you met yesterday. With a nod from Sebastian, they dissolve back into the forest, leaving you alone with him. I won't hurt you, Celine. Please, allow me to explain. You are saying that a lot to me lately, sir. Maybe next time, like, more explaining first, less creepy actions first, and then we can, No worries at all. You miss Edward so much. This MC is a mood. I totally agree. Explain? Oh, okay, get ready to vote in the chat. Explain. You mean how you and your friends are wolves? 1. 2, you need to do more than explain. Or 3, go ahead, I'm listening. I mean, we might have been talking about a Mega Slick last stream, but I'm not sure we should brag about that. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of 2s. You need to do more than explain. I mean, he really does. I wish we weren't, but yeah, we were talking about it. Apologize, sir. Exactly. I mean, yeah, no, it's true. Omega what? We won't be explaining it on the stream, but maybe we'll provide some educational links after the fact. Okay, I see a lot of 2s, so you need to do more than explain. You almost hurt my friend back there. That is not my friend. Or at least I hope not for long. I'm hoping for a little bit more than that. But it's fine. You almost hurt my friend back there. What's wrong with you? Oh, quick pause. Okay, so I know we talked about a little bit last time, but do we think that Morgan is blind? Because if so, she handled herself very well against the supernaturals. Maybe they're doing the whole, like, blind but so attuned with her other senses. She's basically a superhero trope, which would be fine. Yeah. I do have a great educational link, actually, for anybody who lean away from Google. Okay, yeah, so we have a bit of consensus that she may be. I mean, she is definitely wearing the glasses at all time of day. We have some real clues that she might be. Okay. Echolocation trope. I'm pretty much expecting it. Celine, aside from the obvious. Sebastian, ooh, with an angry face. Interesting. She would have taken you from your rightful place at my side. I will not apologize. Well, that's not a strong start, sir. This is supposed to be your redemption chapter, and I'm working hard for you. So please, give me some material to work with, like an apology. Celine, so you would have killed her? We are not violent creatures unless crossed. Oh, okay, alternate pause. Sorry, so you know how last chapter they were all like, they are eco-terrorists, which fucking plot twist. I am convinced that that is Zunkel. I do not think that that is this pack. I think Zunkel is, I don't know, I have zero idea what his motivation is because all we know about him is his, like, bad aesthetic. But I don't think that this pack is actually, like, the people who have been bombing buildings and hurting farmers because that would be so intensely unlikable. I mean, it'd be sort of bold if they were. It would be, I mean, that's a really strong stance for the book to take with one of their main allies. But, so, okay, anyway, interesting. He's claiming that they're not Toph from Avatar, loving an Avatar reference. Yeah, I do think that Zunkel is the big bad. And they don't address those allegations, but they explain why they and the other people don't get along. Interesting. Okay. We're not violent creatures unless crossed. Sebastian draws himself up to his full height, and the dim moonlight reflects in his eyes. I and everyone you met yesterday are what you might call werewolves. Sir, we kind of guessed. We had a hint. What with the whole morphing into wolves under the moon? I mean, granted, RMC has been a little slow on the uptake, so it's probably best that he explain it outright. I'm sorry. This is like an inversion of the Twilight scene where he's telling Bella to say it. Instead, he's saying it. He did a quick Google search. I'm sorry. I'm good, y'all. I'm totally good. Yeah, what a twist. None of us saw it coming. Okay, just gonna come right out with it. Okay, then. You know so little of your heritage. Your mother has taken much from you, but almost as much from us. Even human again, he's imposing, and you can't let go of the image of his golden eyes in the face of the wolf. Through your bond, you sense the coiled passion within him, now contained. Morgan said the werewolves wouldn't hurt you, and deep down you feel the truth of that, as solid as the ground beneath your feet. I'd say I'm having a nightmare, except my arm still really hurts, and probably your head, girl. I continue to be really concerned about her lack of medical attention post-car accident. You're wounded? Now he's asking? Sir, it is a full day later. It's a little late, but let's see. He steps forward, taking your arm in his hands to inspect the injury. Did Morgan do this to you? No, it was probably during the kidnapping. It's fine. You wrench your arm free and take a step back. No, I have your friend Jet to thank for that, and I'm fine. It's just a bruise. I do appreciate that she's spunky back to him, like that the default non-choice option is to have a little bit of attitude, because this is all pretty crazy. Sebastian's voice is low and dangerous, but you know his anger isn't directed at you. It will not happen again. Jet ended up dead. Long-neck Jet. I think that is what I'm going to call him. Yeah, I like this MC's attitude too. Like, some of the options that we picked for her previously were definitely a little sus, because I think it's kind of fun to see what the wild ones get you. But she's got a nice, like, default base character. I'm digging it. Oh, wait, you didn't get this, Vic? We're going to have to compare options. Untreated concussions are really bad, yes. Yeah, the werewolves won't hurt you. It's just a little kidnapping. It's not that big a deal, guys. Come on. So I had thought werewolves changed during a full moon into mindless killing machines? Question mark. If all the horror movies I've seen are anything to go by. The stories you've heard are only half-truths. We are, above all, defenders of the natural world. We protect the last vestiges of the earth and are untouched by humankind. Oh, okay. So another pause. So as I said, I had to replay to get to this point with our new Bastion sprite and a new name, and I picked a couple of different options. And if when you're by the waterfall, you don't go in the water, you stay on the shore, you actually get a little bit more about his character. Less thirstiness, more about his character. And at one point, she asks him like what he does for a living, and he's confused by the question. He's like, "What do you mean? What do I do?" And finally, he comes up with, "I'm a protector of the earth." So I think we have to sort of. I'm very used to our like billionaire CEO supernatural creatures. That I think he is much more like a simple man of the earth who is potentially unemployed and living in a cave. That is a tougher sell for me, but we're gonna make it work. We're going to. I mean, what young girl has not dreamed of marrying an uneducated cave dweller? I know I am. But it does make him more of like, I think he's just very unaware of certain things. And that does make me a little bit more forgiving towards him. Get a job, leave her alone. Yeah, like kind of Tarzan-y, actually. I think that's kind of apt. So it'll be interesting. It'll definitely be interesting. I'm going to scroll up on the chat a little bit because I know I'm only catching some of the things. Sir Sigur, scrub and go. Plot twist, all of this was just concussion-induced hallucination. Entirely possible, honestly. Don't do romantic. Actually, if you've never read the book Tarzan, it is great, by the way, so just highly recommend. Okay, defenders of the natural world. We protect the last vestiges of the earth and are untouched by humankind. I mean, I think you're about to be touched by humankind, if you know what I mean. But that's fine. Wow, that's option 1, actually pretty cool. Or 2, so great for all of you. Can I go home now? Okay, vote in the chat. Actually pretty cool. Or 2, so great for all of you. Can I go home now? I'm seeing a lot of 2s, and I have a strong feeling that's almost all I'm going to see in the chat. Yep. So we're going to go with number 2, keeping it spicy. It's late. My uncle will be looking for me. I don't think he will because he's evil, but that's fine. Oh, see? No, he will not. What? He's dead. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Your Zuncle knows where you are and who you're with. He is in purple wolfkin, like your mother. See, this is where it hurts me that I don't go here in terms of werewolf stuff typically because I'm not entirely sure what wolfkin is, but maybe we're about to find out. I think we're about to find out. He is a wolfkin like your mother, like you. Oh, here's his smile sprite. See, it's a little bit less serial killer, right? Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I am not a werewolf, says you, girl. Wolfkin are not shapeshifters. You are the human families who share our blood, our cousins, and our mothers. It's a little Freudian. Or Oedipal? Oedipal. We'll go with Oedipal. Maybe both. Kin. The chat is cracking me up. Yeah, throwback to what our uncle said our dad should have died. That's our first clue that Zuncle is a villain, for the record. The only way we can... Oh, okay. The only way we can breed true is... Wait, sorry. The only way we can breed true is to mate with wolfkin. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I love this MC. Wow, when did we start talking about breeding? Thank you, ma'am. Agree. Our kind are few in number, hunted to almost extinction. Our territories are destroyed. There are few of us left to defend the primal magic. So, does that mean you're going to bite me? Do you wish me to, shocked face? No. No, I mean, turn me into a werewolf? That's how this works, right? No, werewolves can only be born, not turned, and he's amused by our ignorance. My mind is breaking. I'm sorry, I malfunctioned on that one a little bit. Okay, no biting. That's a plus. Definitely a plus. Okay, I have to be real. I'm wondering if this book is going to end up being a little bit less like werewolf tropes and a little bit more lost Neanderthal tribe who has to breed to survive, which is like a whole genre. In fact, I almost started off this stream with a reading from one of those books, like I did last week. But I tend to run long, so I figured I better cut it out. But I am now concerned, curious, interested, waiting for the word pup to pop up. It's gonna be interesting. It would be a totally different thing, but we might be getting a hybrid of the true. I think we might. We'll see. We'll totally see. Okay, no biting. That's a plus. So what about, okay, do we want to ask about silver bullets, being cursed, or running around shirtless fighting vampires? And please let me pick the last one. I'm hoping for a secret Bloodbound reference in here, maybe. I don't think they'll give it to us, but that would be delightful. I'm seeing 1, I'm seeing 2, I'm seeing some 3s. I'm clearly biased, so if I see enough 3s, we're gonna go for it. I don't get a Bloodbound reference. Oh, you had not safe for work filters on and was very confused. Yeah, it turns out they're set on like the personal level, not from me on the stream. So if you're seeing lots of stars, that's what's happening. You can turn them off or leave them on, kind of to your preference. Okay, it's not a Bloodbound reference, but it's still winning, so we're gonna pick it. Ridiculous. Vampires are nothing but stories. So they're not. I've dated many of them. Hey, a girl can dream. Yes, she can. You keep that dream, boo. He does not understand. Somehow I figured you wouldn't. What does he not understand about that? I mean, he's literally a mythological creature. This shouldn't be outside the realm of his understanding. Yeah, he said that with his whole chest. Does he not know about Adrian Raines? Come on, come on. Besides, can't he like smell werewolves with a special wolf nose or something? Something? Okay, let's see. And the full moon, does it change you? Oh, look at his eyes. It's actually kind of cool. I like that. This is the time when we are closest to the primal magic and forget for a night who and what we are. I sense a diamond scene. That won't happen to me, right? No, some wolfkin, after spending time in the primal lands, do develop our abilities, but it's exceedingly rare. I take it back. I sense a diamond skill. For instance, even now in this human form, I can see you with perfect clarity. He moves closer, slowly. He's nothing but a shadow blocking out the stars, yet you are not afraid. Despite yourself, despite what you saw him become, you still feel a magnetic pull, something beyond your control. Really? You can see me right now? How many fingers am I holding up? She's gonna do a whole vision test on this boy. 1 or 2? 1 or 2? You're not holding any fingers. Ooh, look at her trying to trick him. I see it. I see it. Okay. Oh, you know, something else I've decided to do for this week, because I'm not super familiar with werewolf tropes, like the idea of soul bonds and things is very, very new to me. But I'm just going to lean in. I'm just diving in. So like, all right, you know what? They're clearly very close. That's fine. We're just going to have that. I'm just reframing a lot for this man. I'm giving him everything I have. It's going to be fine, y'all. It's going to be great. Okay. His voice is much closer than you thought. Sebastian, what do your wolf eyes see? It's so embarrassing how much you know about werewolf nonsense. It's not embarrassing. It is vital to the education of this chat, okay? You are performing a service for all of us. Bondsmates is just the mating trope, but fancy. Oh, okay. Interesting. It's so interesting that they're doing these tropes. These are pure ABO. Are we looking through his eyes? Not werewolves. Yeah, very interesting. Okay. Swiftly, he reaches through the dark and takes your hand, surprising you with a warm and gentle grasp that feels electric again. Again with the electric. His voice lowers. It was already pretty low. I can't make it go any lower. Sorry, y'all. Can you see me? Try looking closer. Tutorial. There it is. Called it. Called it. Call on the primal magic to unlock the potential of your werewolf blood and gain the night vision ability for future scenes. We will be doing that. Our girl deserves it. She's put up with a lot. She gets her vision. Seriously, please be calloused hands. I'm not sure I believe you, but sure, I'll try. Stop squinting. Stop squinting. Open your eyes fully. All heat is light. Okay. His hands close tightly over yours, warming your skin from the night air. Look for the warmth of my body. Maybe it is that kind of diamond scene after all. You gaze into his eyes, the only thing you can see, letting yourself relax. Slowly, inexplicably, a glow begins to light the air, defining the outline of his form. The glow spreads, illuminating the night by degrees. That's a lot of degrees. Hopefully my stream is not glitching and y'all saw exactly how many degrees that was. What in the world? Let's see. Okay. Has he scent marked yet? No, he has not. We have not had any scent. We've actually had very minimal smelling, which is a real shift from Bloodbound. I was teasing Cal a little bit because for a while there, his main personality trait was like Cal smelling stuff. And he's such a good character, but he would walk in a room and be like, I smell jeans and cotton. Flannel? Are you wearing flannel? I'm like, we get it. You're a werewolf. It's fine. So fairly minimal smelling, but lots of electricness. And lots of talk of the bond, which I refuse to say in any other tone of voice than that. So I'm sorry. Just reading this sentence, I know how out of my wheelhouse I am. Has to be sniffing in werewolf media. Yeah, you gotta have a little bit, at least. At least. What in the world? Okay, get ready to vote. Option 1, I can see you. Option 2, how am I doing this? Option 3, I always knew you were hot. And again, there is no shame in picking the thirsty options. That is the entire reason the stream exists, so that y'all can make me embarrass myself or see the cringe options for yourself. It is also fine to not pick them if you want to develop things out a little bit more slow birdie. That is completely valid. Flirt or Die 3. Ooh, I'm seeing pretty split between 1 and 3. Lots of 3s, though. I think 3 is pulling ahead slightly. Okay, we're gonna go 3. I always knew you were hot. Sebastian's hand tightens on yours, drawing you against his body. Okay. As are you. He responds very positively to all of our over-the-top flirting. You turn away from Sebastian to see the forest, aglow in soft light. The trees are teeming with life. Amazed, you now see the movement of creatures big and small. I want to know how small. Like, are we talking ants, insects? Like, it would be very nice to be able to see squirrels and birds and things, but if you were, like, acutely aware of dung beetles, that might be less pleasant. And, yeah, a little bit of a tangent, sorry. Flirt or Die, a werewolf story. Please, somebody edit me that cover. Please, 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 please make me Flirt or Die, a werewolf story. I will marry you or not marry you, whichever is more appealing to you. I have nothing to offer you, but I will give you whatever I have. That would be delightful. Yeah, I enjoy the chaotic MCs too. I think they're a lot of fun. Okay, you turn away from Sebastian to see the forest. Oh wait, we already read that. Sorry, I was wondering about bugs. Got a little bit distracted there. A family of cute baby squirrels. See, I told you there'd be squirrels. Nestles in a hollow, asleep. A raccoon washes its hands in a I'm sorry, all I can think of, have y'all seen the YouTube video of the raccoon who washes its cotton candy and loses it? I'll post it later. I'm just going to post the most random stuff from my streams and be like, for everyone who asked, here's the raccoon and cotton candy, and everyone who was not here tonight will be like, what the fuck happens on these streams? Okay, sorry. A raccoon washes its hands in a trickling creek. An owl stalks a scurrying mouse. Thank you for burning away my last brain power. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Yeah, the Easter eggs are getting really glorious. I love it. We're getting like a good horde. We've got Gentle But Erotic, which is very solid. We're going to have our own cocktail. Anyone who has not listened to We Own the Night from Zombies 2, the worst/best werewolf song ever, highly recommend, so we can keep quoting it constantly. Okay, incredible. It's also beautiful. Yes, it is, grin face. You turn back towards him. His face is full of pride. Such power within you. I knew from the first moment I saw you that you were forced to be reckoned with. I mean, valid, we are. I like that you can see what chapters you're going to get these in, so we're going to get another one next week. I'm going to screenshot this so that I can stock it later. There's electricity coming out of that wolf's eyes. That doesn't seem healthy. I got a little night vision thingy thing. You and Sebastian walk back towards the caves, the forest now seeming easily as bright as day. That sounds obnoxious. I actually really like the palette of night. Like, I don't want perpetual daylight, but that's fine. Like, you could never now you could never have just like a romantic dusk stroll. It's always going to be high noon. It's kind of a bummer. Our kind are the army the earth uses to protect herself from the spread of human corruption, and we're losing badly. There's a whole book called Rising Tides. You should really play, Sebastian. I think you'd like it. Celine, what do you mean? The stories of werewolves as vicious monsters are human propaganda designed to make them fear the wilderness. So they stay in cities dependent upon technology and industry, the very things that will destroy us all. Oh, this may be a cult after all. Okay, that's fine. That's a stance. That's okay. Sebastian reaches for you with an open hand, an offering. Will you come with me to meet the wild wolves that my pack protects, to see the beauty that humans fear? You meet his eyes, still glowing with warmth, and slide your hand into his. Show me. That does not seem like a great idea, because they are wild wolves, and she is not a wolf, and she may be wolfkin, but that does not mean she is not also dinner. Anyway. Yeah, well, I think they're capping Rising Tides at 12 chapters. Are you heading home, Reclusive Beekeeper? Thank you for joining us. Sebastian leads you through the packed territory beyond the forest and into a lowland valley lit by the tiny lights of hundreds of fireflies. I like this art. They are, and you're so sad. I love Robin. It's not fair. Robin does seem really appealing. I admit I've not played Rising Tides because I thought we were going to be lectured about the environment for 12 chapters, and like my little heart could not take it. But Robin is really convincing me that I might have to change my stance on it and give it a shot. Normally I give all books at least a couple of chapters, unless like the concept is really, really anathema to me. But I don't know. I have such like a soft heart on environmental stuff. I didn't know if I could handle it. Oh, okay. That's very promising, Vic. You get to have sex with Robin on the side, too. Mm-hmm. All right, all right. He steps away, changing as he goes, this time not into a werewolf, but an actual wolf. Oh, he has 2 wolf forms. I actually prefer this one. The other one looks a little... I mean, this one has very long legs. Very long legs. There's like an extra 6 inches there at least. That's what she said. Sorry, I am a child. Oh my god. Also, speaking of the fact that I am a literal child, for almost all day, I have had 69 followers on my Twitch account, and I've been giggling about it like a 13-year-old because I am not a mature person. I think it just ticked up, and I should probably plug and say, if you are watching this and enjoying it, feel free to give me a follow. It makes me happy. But also, I'm a really immature person. Anyway... It's both freaky and somehow lovely. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to brace myself to making a woo sound, and I can't. Woo! This looks like a party woo. Like, this is a woo wolf. Like, the is very subtle, and then it's just like, woo! On the back end. What is this subtle bestiality? No, thank you. Tossing his head back, Sebastian howls to the sky, a haunting and powerful call. Goosebumps erupt on your skin. For a moment, the land holds its breath. The land holds its breath, okay. Then you see them, wild wolves, emerge almost silently from over the crest of a ridge, 6 of them. Now that's a normal wolf. And it apparently says, hoof, hoof. I didn't know that was the sound wolves made. What do I know? Did anyone else have a phase as an 8-year-old where you were convinced you were part wolf and howled at people? You know, I had a friend who definitely did, but then again, she also like ate rocks for kicks. So I don't know if that like strengthens or weakens your case. But you were not alone. I can tell you that much, at least. Who've done it before. Exactly. Yeah, it was like a whole thing with the rock eating. And then she also like refused to use anything but a dog door to enter her house for a while. It was like a full phase. But she's fine now. She's a very productive member of society. Clear as day, you watch them approach. Their eyes are intelligent and alert, their movements gracefully in sync. As the pack closes in, that's a little ominous, you realize how much bigger wolves are than you ever imagined. Okay, that is true. I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and wolves are fucking massive. I had not anticipated. Your sister once tried to convince you she was a vampire, so you chucked a clove of garlic at her head to get her to shut up. Did it work? I mean, if so, like, she might have been telling you the truth. If she is warded off by garlic. Another awoo. Lots of awoos up in this chapter. Way larger than dogs, thick-boned and standing almost chest-high with huge heads and sharp, gleaming teeth. When you were 4, you were convinced you were a tree in a previous life. I think that's a stage a lot of, like, hippie college girls go through, so you were just ahead of the curve. And that the maple tree in our yard was your mom. Oh, that's really pure, actually. I think that's really sweet. I love it. Okay. Sebastian changes again, back into his human form. You're in no danger as long as you're with me. Incredibly, the wolves seem to treat you as one of their own, sniffing and then ignoring you. Sebastian, however, they treat as an old friend, licking his face and climbing over him, tails wagging, as you watch the adults head off into the night together, leaving the pups behind. I don't think that counts for our imaginary bingo game, though. I mean, we have pups, but these are like real wolf pups. These are different. Wait, you've seen a wolf up close? Ah, that's so cool. That is so cool. Not the pups. I know, but this is not the kind of pups we're bracing for. This is a very different sort of pup. I am waiting for pup to be the equivalent of like Kit or Rookie in this book. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. Probably from like Jet. He seems like just the kind of asshole to do it. Pups apparently say a roop. Okay, it's cute though. It's very cute. Not puppet. Listen, you know they're gonna do it. They love having their quippy little "you're not as cool as me" nicknames. No, Ellie, no. I'm putting that evil out there, Mar. I'm so sorry. Sebastian, to hunt. Oh, sorry. I think I didn't actually read her text. She asked where they're going. I'm not sure if I said that out loud or just in my head. They must really trust you to leave their babies with you. You take a seat on the ground, and a particularly friendly puppy. Oh, we're about to get an animal, aren't we? Well, this is puppy. Puppies and pups are different, but that's okay. Tumbles clumsily into your lap, making you laugh. It licks and nibbles at your fingers. Aw, aren't you just the cutest little ferocious beast there ever was? I like this MC. You scratch its ears like a dog, and the pup pants happily. It is cute. Are you about to charge me diamonds to adopt it? You'll have to decide if they offer it to us, are we taking it? So we're babysitting while your parents go out to dinner. Is that it? Another pup attacks, grabbing the first one's tail between its teeth. Okay, you will accept wolf pup. Now apparently they say rrr. I have no idea how to emphasize that. The pup runs off after its sibling, rejoining the gaggle of puppies who are snapping at fireflies and tackling each other in play. You turn to Sebastian. Why did you bring me here? I thought it important for you to witness. You did not grow up in the wilds as you should have. Sebastian, okay, get ready to vote. Number 1, why is this so important to you? Number 2, have you always lived out here? Or number 3, I'm still not sure I trust you. Not the animal sounds. I'm doing my best. I'm going to read all of them, and maybe I should make them even more dramatic. Like, maybe I need to really just, like, embrace my inner animal voice actor. Remember when we didn't have to drop 3? Those were good times. Or Tim, the best free animal ever. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of 2s and a lot of 3s. It seems a little bit split. Got some 1s. Embrace my furry side fully, host. Tim, I know. Okay, I'm still seeing a pretty split. Maybe a slight preference for 3, so we're gonna go with 3. It's pretty close though. I'm still not sure I trust you. I will never let harm befall you. Even in my primal state, I would know you. I buy that. You suck in a breath, wanting to believe him. You did not know about the bonding. I understand your hesitation. This is a very sore subject for me, sir. Please do not bring it up again. No, I did not know about the bonding, Sebastian. But even if you do not choose to be my mate, you will be safe in these woods as long as I still live. Oh, okay. Okay, so I don't have to... So we're bonded, but I'm not his, like, automatic mate. I do appreciate that, at least. Little bit of agency there. He lays his hand over yours, and you feel the strange doubling of your senses, his hand on yours and yours under his all at once. So we don't gotta pay rent. Whatever this thing is between you, it just keeps growing stronger. So we can go off. Exactly. Let's see. There's a heartwarming movie about a single mother raising her half-werewolf kids. It sounds wholesome as hell. Exactly. Sebastian, werewolves draw our powers from the primal lands like these, undisturbed by humans. So that's why you and Morgan don't get along? Ooh, yeah, give me these teas. That's what I want. Sebastian, Sayer, we still don't really know how to pronounce it. Sayer Energy and Power wants to turn places like this into mines. Well, that would be bad. We cannot allow that to happen. You startle at the howl of wolves in the night. The pups throw back their little heads and respond in kind, tiny voices joining as one. Oh, come on. I have to read more. R, ow. Celine. Okay, that was adorable. The hunt was a success. Wait, there's actually an amazing choice of games about raising your little werewolf babies. It's cute. Link in the chat. I think y'all can do links, but you may not be able to. It's okay. Wolf Bride is going to make yay! I'm glad that my wolf sounds are improving. I'm working hard for you guys. Yeah, is this Rising Tides? We're getting a lot of environmental messaging in this. Sure enough, the adult wolves return soon. The pups scrambling and yipping, tripping over themselves in their excitement to fill their bellies. I hate the word bellies, but that's fine. See how the alpha takes care of his family? Sir, alpha wolves are not actually a thing in real life, but you know what? That's fine. I'm not sure you've had a lot of scientific exposure. Sebastian nods to one of the largest wolves, white muzzle stained with blood, as he shares the kill with his mate and pups. Wolf. The large male locks eyes with you, sharp and calculating, and you feel his intelligence as well as his ferocity. As you watch, another wolf tries sneaking a chunk of meat from one of the pups. The alpha reacts instantly, pinning the other adult to the ground with his teeth on the scruff of the other's neck. Grrr. The interloper whines and licks the alpha. So we are getting a lot of alpha talk here, and just like that, the alpha relents. You see, he must both protect the pups and keep the peace within his ranks. Balance. We're learning Vita Alpha role lessons here, y'all. Dubious wolf science. Yes, that is a criteria. on Skeralta's bingo card. So anyone who has that on your bingo card, fill it out. He must always be strong, allow no disloyalty. Jet's been pretty disloyal, sir, so maybe don't allow that. Were he to fail in his role, he could be challenged and killed. Oh man, Jet is totally going to challenge him. That'll be exciting. My role as Alpha, it is much the same. So, okay, we've got two options. Option 1, ask him, you're the Alpha? Option 2, about being your mate, wink wink, nudge nudge. There is a bingo. Okay, sorry, I meant to mention this earlier, and I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing your URL wrong, but Skeralta's, if you go to his, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing you too, if you go to their Tumblr account, they made a full, like, ABO trope bingo for Wolf Bride, and it's hilarious, so totally recommend. Challenge the Alpha is a universal werewolf lore, so you will allow it. I totally agree. Piss him off, always down to fight. Pick 2, you already did the first one. Okay, I'm seeing it pretty split. I'm seeing a lot of 1s, so I think maybe 1 has it. We're going to go with you're the Alpha. You didn't tell me that. Girl, it was kind of implied. Again, but maybe she just hasn't been watching her werewolf movies. Maybe she didn't see Twilight like us. Sebastian, it is why the others deferred to me. You did not notice? I love that he's calling her out on her lack of perception. Sir, your bonded mate is not necessarily quick on the uptake. Embrace the cringe. Exactly. Although I didn't with that option, so my apologies. Oh, you had no idea he was the Alpha, Mar. He's the Alpha. He's the leader. He's the one we trust, as they say in the Zombies 2 song. I mean, they hypothetically defer to him. They did melt back into the trees at his command, but also they definitely roughed me up in the back of a van. So his control is not perfect. Oh, you thought that Gilf was supposed to be the leader. That is super valid. And we did have a female Alpha in Nightbound, so definitely that could have been a thing. I mean, those are different universes, but still. The addendum. The addendum is amazing. I just thought you were kind of bossy, says Celine. The Alpha Wolf lifts his blood-stained muzzle to Sebastian. Something passes between them, some hidden signal, and suddenly the wolves are bounding away. The wolves here in the east are one of the most endangered species in the country. That's probably true in real life. But we protect them. As long as my pack survives, so will they, and this entire wilderness. The two of you start to walk back, reaching the shelter of trees as the sun rises. But if humans like Morgan and Bernard Sayer have their way, this entire place will be paved and torn apart. It's sad to think that we could lose all this. It will never happen. I will not allow it. And I hope you will always be at my side to help me in this fight. You walk in silence. You're not ready to answer yes, but you can't bring yourself to answer no. I mean, he did just show me werewolf pups, and much like the scene with a small bird, I am a sucker for a large man with a small animal, so it's cool that she's a little ambiguous in this moment. We're back to our cave hotel, I guess. No, the wolf didn't kill the other. They were bloodstained from their hunt. I'm pretty sure. Oh, the sea is silent. Okay. Like in Scent. I get it. Okay. Cave hotel. Yeah, we've decided this is actually just like a theme. They're not so much subterranean. They're just in like sort of a Vegas-style campy hotel thing. Hours later, you wake in the packed den to find Sebastian gone and your legs aching from last night's walk home. Man, I'm starving. Do they have like cereal or is it all just grains? You emerge to see the other pack members going about their day. No one seems to notice you at first. Well, she's unusually pleasant this morning. Isabel. Have a nice night with Sebastian, did you? Grin. Ah, her tone is honey sweet but dripping with venom. That means I read it all wrong. Is he always sleeping on her feet? Yeah, relatable. MC walked 50 feet and is cramped and exhausted. That's a pandemic mood, okay? Celine, I did actually. Where is... Isabella hisses between her teeth, her expression ugly. You know he'll never see you as anything more than a brood mare. Oh, shit, girl. Put your claws away. Excuse me? Why did she start off so sweet then? Well, never mind. It's okay. He may need a wolfkin mate to produce pups, but you'll never have a true connection to him. Not like one of his own kind. Layla. I love Layla. Look at her. Look who's awake. Layla thankfully notices that Isabel has pounced on you and comes to your rescue. Is that true, Layla? Are we just... Don't listen to her, Celine. Callum has never treated me with anything but devotion. We love each other. I mean, she's a literal goddess on earth, so of course he's never treated her with anything but devotion. But go on. Isabella scoffs. Calum could never win a mate within the pack. Fuck, that's savage. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Callum. We don't really know. Could never win a mate within the pack, but Sebastian is alpha. He deserves someone worthy of him. Oh, yep, we're seeing some pups. We've got the this competitive lady. There's a lot of bingo happening here right now. Get ready to vote. Hey, 1, Sebastian and I are bonded. 2, don't talk to Layla like that. Or 3, your jealousy is pathetic. Honestly, all of these feel very valid to me. Calum is a cutie. I like Calum outside of his wolf form. I will always love him for calling MC out on making that really inappropriate joke mid-kidnapping when he was like, this is not the time for jokes. And I was like, sir, that is a mood. So despite the fact... Oh, was that Jet? I don't know. It's one of the two, and they get some points for me for it. Seeing a lot of 2s or 3s. Fairly split. I think I'm going to go with 2. Because that is rude as hell, and like to just insult the father of her child like that is low. So yes, we're gonna protect Layla. We like Layla. Thank you. She's carrying a future member of your pack, so you'd better show some damn respect. Loving this MC. Isabel rears back, her eyes narrowed in fury. Why, you insolent little... I like this. We picked a good option. Well done, team. Go team. I like making her mad. Let's do it again. Sebastian. What's going on here, angry sprite? Sebastian's booming voice makes even Isabel jump. He strides over to you, hands and fists at his sides. Oh, Sebastian, you should have heard what Celine just said to me. She has no respect for the pack. Oh, come on. With her little sad face. Sebastian, I heard everything. Girl, he is a literal wolf. Of course he heard everything. He probably heard it from like 50 feet away. He has supersonic hearing. All this before breakfast. Come on. Yes, seriously, he has wolf hearing. Yeah, no, I also have some questions about his hair. I honestly think that like the lower part of his hair sprite might be slightly missing. I know I'm way too over analytical on these sprites, but it's just what happens if you ever make edits. But I still like it, and I'm thinking his smile is better, so y'all will tell me if you do too. Isabella smirks at you over his shoulder, but the smile evaporates when Sebastian turns to her. Apologize. Although you didn't, sir, so maybe like practice what you preach. His voice is low but commanding, with an undercurrent of calm fury that you can see makes Isabella nervous. What? Selena's under my protection. By disrespecting her, you disrespect me. Apologize. I'm actually loving this. I'm fully here for it. I will not. I think you will, love. I think you will. Are you defying your alpha? Sebastian puts a hand on your shoulder, at once protective and commanding. Isabel tries to step closer, but stops at his quelling glance. Isabel, but Sebastian... Still angry sprite. He's having none of it. Oh no, wait, is there a glitch? Wait, is there a glitch in the sprite, or is my stream glitching again? We'll have to see. Oh, she's your Bloodbound Mincy, so that's the same with the same spelling, so that's a little weird for you. Oh, good. Okay, the stream is fine for you. Good. The steely look he gives her silences whatever else she's going to say, lifting her chin in a way that bares her throat to Sebastian. Ooh, that's that typical wolf. We saw the wolf do that. See, they're connecting it around. We just saw the wolf bare his throat in the grasses. I see you, PB. Okay. Sebastian, she gives you a cool look from the corner of her eye. Apologies. Oh, that is some weak shit, Isabel. But you know what? I'll take it because I like that you're feisty. Oh, he's the alpha, so he can't apologize. All right. I mean, no, but yes. I mean, that won't work for me romantically, but in terms of this hierarchy, I understand. Celine, thanks. But when you turn to thank Sebastian for standing up to you, you're surprised to find the anger in his gaze has barely softened. And Celine, you cannot speak to Isabel that way. She deserves your respect. Sir, she does not. She absolutely does not. Literally, all she has done thus far is kidnap and insult me, and then insult the mother, one of your pack members, and the mother of one of your pack members. And I have seen absolutely no reason to respect her, and I will not be doing so. So if we have the option to not respect her, we will not be doing it. I mean, unless y'all really want me to, but I won't. She disrespected me first, and Layla. Fuck yes, I agree. Yeah, why is he yelling at us for defending Layla? She's part of the pack too. Come on. Okay, by the way, Uravity, I want to know how to pronounce your URL, and I don't. So you should say in the chat how I should pronounce it, because I always want to say your name, and then I can't read it. I mean, the bitch does feel somewhat appropriate here in that she is like part wolf, and I feel like wolf, dog, probably thing. She does deserve these hands. It is true. And she is with Pup. Thank you. Okay. Sebastian, you cannot feud with her like this. She's one of my best hunters, one of the highest ranked members of my pack. Well, then maybe she should know a little better. Well, maybe if you... Ooh, okay. Maybe if you had better control over your pack, I wouldn't have had to defend myself. I love that our girl has just fully embraced the fact that werewolves exist and, like, internalized his role within this hierarchy to the point where she feels comfortable, like, calling him out on being a poor leader, literally, like, 17 hours into this experience. It is exactly the kind of fire that I want from our girl. Continue, ma'am. MC is ready to fight. It's the filly in her, and I love it. You storm out of the den, leaving a stunned Layla and Isabel in your wake. Yeah, girls, that's how it's done. You feel Sebastian's concern as he approaches behind you. You should be concerned. Leave me alone. I wore these ugly clothes for you, Sebastian. Does that mean nothing? I have been patient with you because I know this... Oh, angry sprite. He dares to come to me with an angry sprite? I have been patient with you because I know this is strange to you, but do not test me, sir. I will be testing you. I will absolutely be testing you. Why not? You're not my alpha. Mm-hmm. That catches him by surprise. He softens somewhat. Celine, this is your home now. This is your family. No, you must learn our ways. Wait, what? Okay, we've got some votes. Get ready to vote. Option 1, I'm not staying here. Option 2, which I will not be doing. I mean, I will if you really want me to, but I'm sorry, Sebastian. I'm not apologizing. Option 3, does that mean you won't let me leave? We've got some 1s and 3s. I've been kidnapped by a weird wolf man and soul bonded against my will. You can bet your ass I'm gonna call his ass out. I will go kicking and screaming, I swear to God. Lots of 3s. It's looking pretty split between 1 and 3. This is why I cannot wait to be an affiliate so we can properly do these votes. Call Morgan. That's the option I really want. Okay, I think 1 is just barely ticking ahead. And you know what? I'm full of righteous fury, so 1 it is. I'm not staying here. I'm only here for a week, Sebastian. Oh, this is less angry and more like, no, literally, I have a life in Philly. I'm only here for a week, Sebastian. Then I'm going home. I have parents, a job, a life. I'm not moving here for some guy I just met. Sebastian, some guy you just met? Yes, sir, you are literally some guy that I just met. We are bonded. We are destined to be together. You cannot just turn your back. Watch me. Love her. Love her. I am not the one keeping you here, Celine. The bond. I really am going to read it like that every time, and I'm not sorry. The bond between us has been there all our lives. The ceremony brought it to the surface. Now that it's been awakened, it will be harder than you think to leave. That's bad news for us, because we actually got a double bond situation happening, and like, get bond with a capital B. Exactly. Pick me up, Mom. I am also really enjoying this option. I like the feistiness. I mean, it's fun to be thirsty for sure, but sometimes it's nice to give a little bit of pushback. It's harder to leave than we think. No wonder my mother... Ooh, this feels like it's probably a low blow. Hang on, let me pause and plug in my computer. I'm sorry, kitten, that cord is mine. The kitten is really sad that I'm taking away her favorite toy for today. Okay. No wonder my mom ran away. This is exactly what she didn't want for herself or for me. I will... you know what? That's a good idea. Actually, I am going to throw the sushi toy. Hang on. There we go. She just sprinted across the room. She's really mad at me today, by the way. Sorry, kitten tangent. Because we had to bring some potted plants inside, and I wouldn't let her eat the dirt. And therefore, I am the cruelest, worst mother known to man. So I'm in the doghouse with the kitten this evening. I so am going to do a cat reveal. I really want a cat cam. I really, really do. If the internet keeps holding, if the quality keeps staying good, I will totally do it. If you have never seen her and you want to, if you go on my blog and you search for the tag YUE, you can find some videos and photos of her because I'm a little bit obsessed. Jail for mother, 1,000 years. Exactly. Misha, you're not the only one who likes Bastian. I actually am liking him a lot better this chapter because I think I've adjusted my view. I kind of have a better sense of him now that I'm thinking of him as like more Tarzan, less Adrian Rains. And I do think that he was like unaware of what was happening with the kidnapping. And I don't think he knows anything other than the social order. Like, I think his worldview is just very small. He's still going to have to alter that for me, but some of the rehab that we've done is working for me. Yeah, this chapter is definitely, I think, an improvement. I thought chapter 2 was pretty rough, honestly. I should press on because I know we're short on time. I want to at least get us to the halfway point. For anyone who wasn't on the last stream, what I'm going to be doing is cutting us off a little bit earlier tonight and then playing the second half of the chapter on Monday. And I'll probably keep that format up just because somehow I stretch these out really, really long. And I don't want to stop reading the chats or like talking to you guys because it's half the fun. So I have been given a heads up on what the halfway mark might look like. And as soon as I hit it, we'll call it for tonight. But for now, let's continue with if she managed to leave, so can I. Celine, you beautiful being. Oh, good. I'm about halfway through. Okay, maybe I'll wrap this scene and then we'll call it for this stream. You spin on your heel to go, but Sebastian steps in front of you. Sir, you best step aside. Angry spriting at me again? You cannot just return to normal life, Celine. Oh, I think I can. You do not get to order me around. I'm not. I'm only telling a truth that you do not wish to hear. The pull affects us both. I cannot bear for you to go. Sebastian slides his arms around you, his touch firm and controlling. You can feel his anger and his passion in equal measures. I feel option 1, angry that he's so controlling. Wow, that's an option. Okay, get ready to vote. Option 1, angry that he's so controlling. Or 2, excited by his touch. The little robot face for controlling. To go wild. And again, it is totally valid to pick the thirsty options, the cringy options. There is no shame in this chat. It's the whole reason I exist. AJ repping it for number 2. Vic switching to number 2 in support of AJ. Y'all have an uphill battle in this vote, though, I gotta say. Oh, we've got another vote for 2. 1 is the loneliest number. Oh, wait, you're swaying some people over to 2. But you know what? I think the 1 still have it. AJ voting again. This is election tampering, ma'am. Okay. This time around, despite the voter fraud, we'll be going with 1. Angry that he's so controlling. You wrench yourself away, anger surging even as part of you longs to stay close. I never wanted this. I never wanted any of this. I just wanted to have erotic dreams in my car without having car accidents. Leave me alone, world. Whatever magic spell you put on me with that bonding ceremony, undo it. Get out of my head and stop muddling things up in there. I like this MC. Sebastian, it was nothing I did. It is blood calling to blood. Sir, I don't think you know how creepy that sounds. I cannot change it any more than you can. Oh, sorry, Mari, you thought that was actual dialogue. No, I'll just never get over the fact that this book literally opened with her having an erotic wolf dream and then crashing her car. That feels iconic to me. Celine, no. I don't want you. 2, stay away from me. All right, I guess vote in the chat and we'll pick this one quickly. But 1, I don't want you. 2, stay away from me. Yeah, I'm also vibing with 2. Okay, we're gonna go stay away from me. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit unclear. Like, she maybe fell asleep at the wheel. She was maybe, like, having a hallucination. But that is essentially what happened, yes. Sebastian, I cannot. Do you not feel it too? Even if we never saw each other again, our bodies would call to each other forever, from across the globe if need be. That does sound like an inconvenience. He reaches out for you and you shove him away angrily. His hands tighten, but he doesn't reach for you again. Oh, they like tighten at his side. Okay, that's better. That's an improvement. Do you not see? Do you not feel the need as I do? His voice pitches lower, more desperate, more feral. Ooh. How can you ignore this? Celine, I should 1, push him away, or 2, kiss him. Vote in the chat. And learn from last time if you want that thirsty option. Embrace it early. This is the worst soulmate trope ever. What happened to you can't see. Oh, you know what? So, okay, I actually also didn't know about soulmate tropes until I entered the Choices fandom. And the first time I encountered one, I was like deeply confused. Like, I think it was a really cute story, but it was a bakery where you can only taste things that your soulmate eats or something like that. But I had no idea what was happening. And I was just like, wait, what? And now it's actually one of my favorite tropes. Yeah, no, I lived like under a rock until Choices. Choices is actually the first fandom that I have been in. And it was the first thing that I read fan fiction for. I come into this very pure. I'm like the undriven snow. I've learned much in my brief time in this fandom from like nodding to soulmate tropes. But Yeah. Wait, do you know this fic? Oh, what characters? I kind of want to say it was Open Heart, maybe? Maybe? I feel as though Bryce, I think it might have been Bryce, and I think he was drinking black coffee, and maybe she worked in a bakery. I don't know. It was really cute, but like if you don't understand soulmate tropes, it's just very confusing initially because you're like, why is she what? How does this lead to romance? I don't understand. And now I like cannot get enough of them. It was Bryce. Yes, it was cute. I'll have to see if I can find it. I'll add it to the list of just like strange Ellie links. Okay, sorry. Did we actually vote on this? You know what? We're gonna push him away because I don't remember seeing what the votes were. I was too busy thinking about soulmate AUs. And you know we're mid-fight, and I know that like the whole passionate kissing thing is a thing, but I feel like that's sending some very mixed messages, and our girl needs to commit. We do love an angry kiss. We do. Oh damn it! See, y'all wanted. Oh, you picked two. It was fine. Okay, I don't feel like we missed out too much. Very sorry, twos. I just pressed on. His chest is hard and unyielding. We did see that in the art, to be fair. It does look hard and unyielding. And he moves about as much as a marble statue. No, don't say marble. We just had this conversation. Vampires, like Edward Cullen, feel like marble. Werewolves are warm and soft. That is one of the things they have going for them. I mean, I appreciate the whole, like, solid muscle thing, but come on. Not the marble. Exactly. Sebastian, Celine. Ooh, I should have said that growlier, apparently. Grosseline. I'm never doing that again. Restart the chapter so I can kiss. I mean, I might. I've already played it twice. What's 3 or 4 more times, right? He growls your name through clenched teeth. He's breathing like he's out of air. But then he masters himself. Good boy. Sebastian, I can be patient. You need space? Fine. I do. Thank you. When you realize we're meant to be together, I will be here, waiting for you. Oh, and he looks sad. See, I like this. This is what I want. I just want someone who respects my autonomy. As the anger leaves him, you feel his sudden weariness, as though it were your own. I am actually really digging this trope where I can sort of like sense his emotions. I think that that's a lot of fun. I think I understand now. You do? I am Alpha, Celine. I cannot change that. So you also cannot talk like that for the entirety of our relationship. I can't just change who I am either. Amen. You're right. I do not expect you to behave like you were raised in the pack, and I promise you will not lose your humanity by staying with me. You may even teach me something about humanity. We're going to have to, and possibly electricity, and like fiber internet connections. He stops and gives you a strangely shy look. If you didn't know better, you'd think he was almost nervous. I feel a diamond option. What do humans do when they court each other? Oh, that's kind of cute. Celine, what? I have heard Layla and Caleb talk about going on a, how do you say, date? Yes? I'm telling you, our boy is sheltered. I am not convinced that our boy has left caves, okay? Somebody has violated the law in our chat. Uh-oh, what are y'all up to over there? Are you keeping it a gentle R? Oh my goodness. Stop, sir. Jail for you. Jail. Okay. You have a very faint idea of the nodding. As usual, we won't be explaining that on this stream, but we have some resources that we can send to you. Oh, the date scene is funny. Okay, I heard Kayla and Caleb talking about going on a date. Yes. I may not know much about your human world, but please, let me show you how willing I am to learn. He sweeps to one knee in a gallant gesture, taking your fingers gingerly in one hand. Celine, will you allow me the honor of taking you on a date? This is cute. I mean, it's awkward as hell, but it's cute. Oh, good. And he's going to wear normal clothing. Okay, we will be selecting this option. In fact, we're going to go ahead and select it so I don't accidentally mess something up. And because they always look so happy when you select it. I would love to go on a date with you. Can't be worse than being in a cave with him. That said, I think that we should probably call it there. I'm a little bit over the hour mark, but we did much better than usual. This feels like a pretty good way to break. Yes, Vic, thank you. This is the halfway point. I actually like this chapter a lot more than the previous so far. I feel like, I have to be honest, the writing in chapter 2 was really shaky for me. And not just like because some of the tropes were unfamiliar for me and some of the things were unexpected. I don't know. And I know part of it is that like this is a pretty big world to introduce. Like you have to introduce the love interests in an entire pack and like the place setting of the caves and also the small town and our evil Zungle. And that's a ton to do, which is why I'm definitely going to give the book like 4 or 5 chapters. But this felt, I don't know, like a lot steadier and a little bit less forced. I mean, definitely had some of the same stuff from previously, but I definitely kind of like the tone a little bit more. MC will definitely be taking off her cave outfit. I actually almost took it off out of spite while we were arguing outside the cave to show him just how much I did not have to go along with him. But yeah, so hopefully y'all like this chapter as well. What do you think of our new Sebastian sprite and name? Do we like it? Do we want to force me to replay again so that we can have our other guy back? I'm totally game for either. What do we think? Oh, Tori, you're joining, but we're actually signing off. We just dropped the chapter, but I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, Sebastian, I really like it. Someone actually in the chat had suggested it, Little Red Wren, I think. And it was such a good suggestion. Yeah, I dig him too, and I do like the name, and he is cute. Good. Okay. It's helping. It's helping. Plus, it feels like a nice reset from the kidnapping. Like I can kind of pretend this is a different guy. Like maybe that didn't all happen. Oh, Tori, thank you so much for popping in. No, and we are actually winding down. I think, is it Wednesday? Yes, it's Wednesday. Anyone who is having fun on Twitch and wants to stick around, I believe that Mercedes is going to be streaming in about 20 minutes. I'm not sure what she's playing tonight, but I know it's not The Walking Dead. So if that was a little bit intense for you, there's a possibility she'll play Stardew Valley. I don't know. I know she's been playing it recently, but you should definitely check out her channel. I don't know yet how to do the cool, like, recommend. There's like a feature where you can recommend blogs in the chat, and I don't know how to do it yet. Go take care of your werewolf babies. Exactly. No, pretty much all the sprites have serial killer eyes. There's a blog called Zig's Nose who did a really cool breakdown of the different art. But what confuses me is that they're all based on Syphax from Acor, and his expression changes he has a beautiful smile. It is gorgeous. And for some reason they didn't carry his smile sprite over for this art, and it baffles me. So we had to shake things up a little bit. AJ just realizing who BPP is all this time. You just thought she was the best thing ever. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me again tonight. I always love reading your chat. I actually go back and rewatch these with myself muted so I can read the chat because you guys are fucking hilarious over there. Yeah, so feel free, let me know if there's anything you want me to change differently for next time. Let me know if you like the slightly shorter streams and the whole Monday, Wednesday format. Yay. Always love seeing you guys. Have a good rest of your night, everybody. Take care. Bye. Oh, I almost forgot to say, for anyone who's still here, if you haven't followed me and you want to, it actually helps me unlock abilities behind the scenes on Twitch to have a certain number of followers. So if you want to, it is very much appreciated, and gives me a few more superpowers while we wait for affiliate status. And just one more time, thank you guys so much for coming. You are so much fun. I just love it. I'm having so much fun doing this. I'm always a little bit nervous before I start them. But yeah, y'all are a blast. Everyone have a good night.